This video is brought to you with the help of the guys at Wix.com. Today we're going to be speaking about websites, which is something that I really believe everyone should have. Let's say you're looking for a job. In that case, you should have a website because studies have found that by simply having a website on your resume, that increases your chances of getting an interview by a whopping 56%. And guess how many people include personal websites on their resumes? Only 7%. Or you could be someone who owns a business or is thinking about opening a business. If that's the case, then a huge chunk of commerce is now being conducted online, and depending on what sort of business you're in, you could be missing out on anywhere from 30 to 60% of your sales, money that should be in your pocket if you do not have a website. Or you could be someone who's looking to get into the world of digital marketing. In that case, learning how to build websites is crucial. Do you know how much money old school mom and pop shops are willing to pay to hire someone to build them a website? From what I've seen in this field, on average, it's $1,000 per page. Now I know, building a website can seem kind of scary, but I can assure you that as of right now, it's not that hard to do. 10 or even 5 years ago, it would be a different story. You had to be pretty decent with computers to pull it off. But in modern times, it's entirely possible to build a professional, clean website that you can proudly show off as your own in under 10 minutes. So let's do this. We're going to build a jaw-dropping website in under 10 minutes. Let's start the clock. Alright, so I took the privilege of signing up with Wix and I made an account already just to save a couple of minutes. But from here on out, everything's going to be live, okay? So the first thing you just have to pay attention to is this little plus icon right here. And what that does is it allows you to build a new website. What kind of website do you want to create? As you can see, there's a bunch of different options. We're not going to get to that today, but for the purposes of this video, to simplify everything, to make it, as easy as possible to build a good looking website in under 10 minutes, we're just going to pick a CV, basically a resume. Right, so you have two options right here. Over here, this is Wix's AI. It's good, but personally, I don't like it too much because it takes away some of the flexibility. On this side is Wix Editor, which is something I'm actually a fan of because it's drag and drop. And they have a bunch of templates you can pick from. And it doesn't matter what sort of website you're trying to create. It could be a business, an online store like we mentioned before. Let's say you're trying to sell something online. Let's say you're trying to create a landing page for your up-and-coming product that you're trying to sell. It doesn't really matter because they have a template, basically a website that's already made for you that you can edit, that you can change around and play with. And I know a lot of you guys are saying like, oh, improvement pill, that's cheating. You're not building a website. Well, yeah, it's impossible to build a website in 10 minutes if you were to manually build it from scratch. So I'm just going to pick this one. I actually like it the most out of the ones we've seen so far. Still have about 7.5 minutes to make this website. Okay, so as you can see right here, that was really fast. That only took a couple of seconds, but the website's already loaded up and it has multiple pages. It has 4 pages, as you can see. So we're just going to make a couple of changes to optimize this page and make it fit our needs. So obviously I don't look like this. I'm just going to change it really fast to a picture that I uploaded beforehand. Choose this image, change my name, improve pill. I am a consultant. Right, and as you can see, it's a very easy to use sort of system. You can drag and drop, and what you'll notice is you see those little purple lines. It actually tells you whether or not you are centered. And that's something that I struggled with a lot when I was on WordPress. Because on WordPress, you wouldn't really know what the distance was and how to censor it properly. So sometimes you would say, hey, let's put 50 pixels in between this and this. And then you would refresh the page and it looks weird. So you would have to go back, change it to 60, go back and check it again. And it was just such a hassle going back and forth to make sure that the spacing was correct. And I would literally spend hours. If you added all the time I spent building websites, I must have spent at least 3-4 hours per website just checking the spacing. Okay, so contact information right here. I'm just going to pretend that I put in some contact information. We don't really need this stuff. This is just crediting whoever built the template. We can slide everything over, and as you can see, it's very easy to slide all this stuff. Just with your spacebar, you can slide it over, and like that, you can just type in whatever you want. improve@gmail.com. Actually, let's put my real Gmail, improvementpill@gmail.com, just in case any of you guys want to email me for any questions, because I know you guys love emailing me questions, which I actually do enjoy responding to. Alright, so as you can see, just like that, we were able to make a lot of changes pretty quickly to this page, and it doesn't require any coding. As you can see so far, I actually haven't done any coding whatsoever. But on other platforms, trust me, on WordPress, this would have been such a hassle just to move it like that. Okay, so let's work on some of the other pages. I don't really have time, so we'll just insert. We're just gonna pretend like I wrote something, but we really don't have time because we're already over 5 minutes. Insert intro here. All right, so let's work on the second page, the resume. Actually, first let's delete some pages because I feel like you don't necessarily need a projects page unless you're applying for a, photography position or, something artistically inclined. But for most jobs out there, you don't necessarily need a projects page. Sure, you could have, websites over here. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to delete this page, make it more simple. And I think the contact page, we can actually delete that too, because all the contact information is on the bottom. You don't necessarily want someone to go on too many pages because they'll lose focus. Okay, so we'll make it simple, just 2 pages. I guess we'll have to delete some of this stuff then. Delete, and we'll try to censor this. Of course, this looks kind of weird without some text here because there's a lot more space. So I'm just gonna throw in some text, make it look a little bit better. All right. Try to censor this. Okay. All right. Drop this down a little bit. Okay. Drop this down a little bit. Censored. Awesome. Looks good. Looks good. Looks very clean. Looks very professional. Let's work on the second page. We have about 3 more minutes left. Time is ticking. Wow, I'm sweating. Okay. So this is the resume page. This is basically what a resume looks like. It's nothing different than whatever resume you have on paper. It just looks so much better when it's on the computer. And I'm just going to make some changes here. Whoops. Stretch that back. Delete this, make it short and sweet. I don't have time to fill all this stuff out, so I'm just going to make up some stuff. I went to NYU, and I graduated with a BA in psychology. And okay, good. Just leave this blank. We'll just put digital. No, we'll put consultant, digital marketing consultant, and we'll just put 2017. Still have about 2 minutes left. Over here, I'll just put district sales manager 2010 to 2015. All right, awesome. Add some skills over here. Excel. Let's put web design, because we're designing a website right now. Web design, and what else is important? Digital marketing. Throw in SEO. Languages. I actually don't know how to code whatsoever. Took a class in high school and college. Don't remember a single thing. Let's just put English, Spanish, fluent, and Chinese, fluent. By the way, I'm just making all this stuff up. For any of you guys that actually think I can speak Spanish fluently and Chinese fluently, I'm making everything up over here besides like this and this. Okay, and that's about it. We still have a minute to spare. And just like that, we're going to click publish. We're going to name the website Improvement P. You also have the option to connect your own customized domain, which is something I would actually recommend because it looks more professional just to have a www.com instead of, .wixsite.com/my site. And it's not expensive. Getting your own domain only costs a couple of dollars per month. It's very affordable and it's well worth the investment. So improve mint p. Okay, right, and that's it. That's about it. We could stop the clock. Still have time to spare. That's it. I'm gonna publish it, and we're gonna copy the URL, and we're gonna check it out. Let's say you're an employer and you decided to check out the website on the resume. Let's pretend, there's stuff here that's well written. But the moment you open up this page, you say, wow, it's very clean, it's very well made, it's color coordinated. That's a big issue when it comes to building websites, because a lot of people, they won't coordinate the colors. They'll just put whatever color they want and it looks kind of messy. A website is sort of like, you gotta think of it like fashion. There's a sort of style that comes with every website. Right, the website works. Simple, easy. Under 10 minutes, we were able to build a website just like that. Now, full disclosure, this episode was brought to you with the help of the guys at Wix.com. Wix has been around for a long time. When I first started digital marketing, the first website building platform that I used was something called WordPress. And honestly, WordPress, it's good. You can do anything you want on it. You can design every single little cog, but it's so hard to use. It's just very hard to use. And I'm glad platforms like Wix came out and have more intuitive, more user-friendly options like drag and drop, which makes the whole process a lot more easy for people like me. Because I'm no expert, I'm not a coder, I'm not a web designer, but I have built a fair share of websites that look very professional by using their templates to my advantage. I can guarantee you that, having a website is definitely something that you should look into. Everyone needs to have a website. And the way things are going in the future with everything moving online businesses, online commerce, it's best to learn as soon as possible. All right, guys, that's all I got for today, and stay tuned.